So I'm sure I might be getting comments about me qualifying for the race at Texas and Darlington. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to do an off-camera race at Texas just to see what happens. So I intentionally started last. We got to the field to first in like 7 or 8 laps, and we pretty much dominated the rest of the way. We even had a slow pit stop to the point where I was like a second behind leader, but I ran them down and, won by 4.2 seconds. So I guess really the only difference is that the interval wouldn't be nearly as monstrous, but I still would have won regardless. So, yeah. Martinsville will probably be the same thing. I'll have to do that later, but for Texas, that clears my conscience. We would have won no matter really what, so there's that. So that's debunked. Alright, I just tested Martinsville just to see what would happen, and almost exactly the same result, except we didn't lead as much last, but our margin of victory is still 15 seconds compared to the 17.1, so that's with starting last. I just want to point that out. That's with starting last, so that's kind of it's kind of bonkers, but it is what it is. And we lapped almost the same amount of cars, just about. So Mark Barron actually led a lot more in this than usual, so that's kind of a standout. But yeah, so that's Martinsville. So nothing really different had I qualified or not. So there's that disproven too. Hey guys, what if? Welcome back to NASCAR 05 season mode, where we have a new issue: microphone helicopter noises. If I boost the audio up high enough, it just sounds like a helicopter. Why? I don't know. I messed with a bunch of settings. I've unplugged and replugged this microphone like 3 times. I just think this microphone's finally dying, and I've had this thing for, geez, like 7, 8 years now. So I'm not really shocked it's probably dying. So just more extra legwork I have to do to go to rip the audio file of this, reduce the noise on that, and then it's like an extra 5 minutes worth of effort. So I don't know. Thank God this is the last season of this shit, because I don't have to worry about this, and there's no sense of me buying a whole like $100 plus microphone for a series that's not even going to make that money back. So we're just going to have to deal with it. Sorry, we're just going to have to deal with it. It was happening at the end of Thunder 04 as well, funnily enough. And I ran around race 32, so I actually caught it late as I was about to upload them. I noticed it, so I had to re-render all of it and all that. So I'm lucky I was able to catch it. You're not going to really be able to notice it during the actual race, but during this part here, you will. That's really the only highlight of this race, because it's Talladega. We're going to qualify and pole and do nothing really beyond that point. So that's the highlight right there. Paint scheme. I guess that's what we're going with. I don't know. I have to double check that now, because the change ad driver thing, sometimes the paint scheme doesn't update properly. Okay, that paint scheme is the right one. So hooray to the game for keep track of it. Let's get into it. Thank you my tier Patreon people, as well as me to members supporting the channel. First, get early access videos like this, as well as channel emotes. Let's get into it so we have bonus race time.
EA Sports welcomes you to the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama, the longest track on the NASCAR circuit, 2.66 miles in length. It's a racing runway where drivers hope their cars never leave the ground. The challenge here: race in bumper-to-bumper traffic at 190 miles an hour and hope nobody makes a mistake, including you. And make no mistake about this, the most important mile in the errand's 499 is the 500th mile.
Good introduction, I guess, but there is technically a 500 mile, because the 499 is just, they basically rounded up to 500. They're like 187 laps. So there's really no difference. I'm trying to be nitpicky, but I don't think there's anything to pick there. But anyways, let's get into qualifying. Surprised that's a pole even on the first lap, but yep. By 0.2 of a Ryan Newman. But yeah, it's this default setup. If anyone was thinking I was cheesing it, see, nothing changed there. So I feel like at this point the viewers should put some kind of trust into me. Nice alternate scheme by Ryan Newman, but I don't know. Anyways, we're going to probably be slow on the start here, because once we hit the 4th... Oh, alternate scheme for Jeff Gordon, too. Oh, I like that. Good stuff. I like to see that. Yeah. So the helicopter noise is very annoying. I looked up stuff online. The only thing I hear is just tutorials on how to fix static, which that's not static. That's a... That's not static. Why? That start was awful. All right. Now they just pulled away. Hooray for the 4th gear affecting us a lot. So, wonderful. Now we got to run them down. What the fuck, Vickers? What? See, his wife told him to do that. That's the only in-lore explanation. We need someone to draft with to get up to that main pack of cars because they just completely pulled away from me. I would have I mean, that was worse than Daytona. Daytona, they gained a little bit on me on the start, but that was a full second. That's just ridiculous. Props to this fantasy driver that's cosplaying as a real-life driver of the 13. I don't know who ran in 2004. Probably some back marker that I don't remember. I'm sure Brockbeer knows, but yeah. Well, we caught up. Now we just need to get around Newman. Ooh, that was close. We got the inside. I'm trying to get by him, but I don't have any drafting help because Tony Stewart abandoned me. Now he's not. Weird, Tony Stewart's just as fast as he was here as he was in Thunder 04. It's weird to see that kind of, I don't know, intersect into this game as well. I don't know, but anyways, well, we're not quite there in the lead yet. Newman's still trying. It's fitting Newman's really hard to pass. In fact, Stewart's gonna work with Newman instead. I see the field's game. I see it. I kind of admire it. I would probably not want to work with me too after Thunder 04 and now how this season's currently gone, so I understand it. But something's got to give so we can have bonus race time. We're not going to have bonus race time if this keeps happening. There we go. Finally in the lead. Now we could just kind of block. All right, that was good. That was a 4-lap saga that can finally end. Oh my god, they did it! They finally did the wreck during the pit cycle. Tony Stewart just destroyed someone. What an idiot. Yep. I didn't even cause that. It's just stupidity. Alright, well, I mean, now we're going to be pitting under green. Well, under caution, but... Wow. We went through all of Thunder 04 and never had that, but we had it here. Never... I'm just sort of surprised. Alright, well, yeah, we're pitting. Standard 4 tires stop and all that jazz. Good pit stop, 15.3. Basically the estimate time, and we still lose a spot on pit road to Jeff Gordon. And some cars did stay. I don't know where that puts everything. I mean, it definitely shuffles the field up a lot. Ooh, we're not even first. Ooh. Oh, and it put me in third gear. That's even grosser. Well, that's certainly a problem. Especially with when we go to fourth gear and us losing like a second time, that's going to make things a lot harder. Just got to take advantage of being in third gear while we can. And Rusty Welch just completely gives me up the bottom lane and just lets me have it. And there goes all of our speed right when we hit the fourth gear. Now some may be wondering, why don't you use the share draft? Well, it's just easy to do. It makes the game easier. And God forbid, I can't have this game, I can't make it any harder. And I gotta not share draft to make it harder. But we gotta let somebody buy so we can draft with someone. And merge back down, beautiful. Alright, now we just have to push Gordon up to that main pack of cars. I've just been using this hood cam just to kind of know where my nose is being at so I can push Gordon accordingly, but we caught up to him. It didn't take us too awfully long. And now we just gotta make some passes. So, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to work for this one. Mark Barnes up here, by the way. His AI is, like, never good in this game. Is that a freaking... Oh my god, it's Mark Barnes' Valvoline 1998 throwback. As an alternate scheme. That's dope. That's fire. I like that. Good stuff. We're actually gonna damn near push him into the lead. I wasn't really trying to do that, but it kind of worked out that way. But now we're in prime position to try to get the lead here. Maybe go up high McMurray, who's going to try to block, as typical. And can I get down low? Elliott, we're just going to go 3 wide in the middle. We're not clear. That was brazen. That was some raisin toast freaking move right there. Mark Barnes going to push me. That's a bro right there. That's an actual teammate. Into the lead. Hooray. Mark, if we meet Mark at 1-2, I might just have to freaking change my sexuality after that one, because that is worth changing after that. White flags out here at Talladega. Very fitting to have the Havoline car behind me. Anytime I think of the Havoline one, I think of Davey Allison, and we're at Dega country, Allison country. Fitting, he's right behind me. He's trolling me. He tried. Jeff Gordon's finally caught up to us, but I don't know if he's gonna make that much of a difference. He's been just sort of lurking back there this whole entire time. Mark Martin obviously fell off, which is upsetting. But yeah, McMurray's just been sort of arrow pushing me, and it just gapped everyone. It took Gordon this long just to finally catch up to us. But anyways, off turn 4, just some simple blocks. Just it's one car really, so nothing really too much to worry about. So McMurray's trying. He's trying all different lanes, but it's not gonna be enough. Dub. Unusual dub. A little bit of an unconventional one. A couple yellows here and there. Dale Jr. got 4th after starting 34th. Casey Kane, good enough finish. Rusty Wallace. Tony Stewart fell apart. I could say that was a very nice race. So finishing results, we led 15 to 22 laps. Jeff Gordon led a lap. And Sadler led a lap at some point. Newman led 2. Casey Kane led 3. And I think that was it. So, yeah. Like I said, Junior started 35th. Good lord. I don't know how he actually rebounded as well as he did. Tony Stewart was really fast. I was surprised he didn't really move through the field as quickly, but he gets 12th. Obviously, he got in the wreck, and it really didn't affect him too much. But Mark Martin falls back to 17th after being up in 2nd with like a couple laps to go. So, yeah, his car was not fast, unfortunately. Any DNFs? Scott Wimmer. And then that's it. All right. That was Dega. It's a trophy. So that was it. I don't know what to say. That was fine. So with that Dega finish, that puts it. It's up there. Your face cam's blocking it, but yeah, it's up there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th closest thing in the interval. So there's that. It breached the top 5. So it's good to see. And that's basically it with the interval thing. That's pretty simple. Next race is California. I know what that's going to be like. That's going to be a classic. We need pit road adjustments. We need to qualify. We need to do the whole shebang because the tire fall off there is brutal. And it should be a race, for all intents and purposes, where we probably won't be able to win. I'll be shocked if we do, unless something crazy happens. But from everything I tested, a win probably isn't going to be really possible. So that's exciting. And maybe I can have the lights back on after that race. But point standings, Tony Stewart's still in 2nd. We have a big point lead. Dale Jr. up to 3rd. Kenseth 4th. Newman 5th. Casey Kane's still hanging on 6th. Harvick 7th. Sadler, Rusty, and Jeff Gordon. Rusty has a, 44-point lead over Jimmy Johnson, which is really funny because Jimmy Johnson is a complete scrub in this universe. Somewhat. No wins, even though in real life he already had like 6 wins, so this is well, maybe more, depending on how many he got in 2004 up to this point, but at the bare minimum 6 or more. So that's funny, see him being outran by Rusty Wallace currently, but I'm sure it'll change. Brian Vickers still hanging on. Dale Jarrett still in the same ballpark as well. And Ricky Rudd, 15th. Good for him. And that's the top 20. McMurray, probably his best finish of the entire season, probably. But yeah, that was Dega. A little more eventful than I thought. And that's it. I think we'll wrap things up. Big shout out to my Tier 3 Patreon supporters, Dave Turner, Champ 15, Kamikazegames, Bailey Carey, Master Link 1986, Jason Hellman, and my name is John for support. Again, I appreciate what you guys do for my channel every single month. It does mean a lot. Always goes a long ways with everything. So thank you, as always, for the continued support. See you all next episode for Auto Club, where an AI driver may win. That's the second. That's 2 races that the AI have to go. We have 1 currently. This is already harder than Thunder 04, because Thunder 04 we were on a 22 race winning streak, counting the All-Star race. So yeah, this is already harder because we've already lost at least one race. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. See you all next episode. Oh yeah, different paint scheme. I gotta show that. Well, I had to wait for the game to load all the clicking. This is our different paint scheme. John Deere. It's back. Nice to see it back. Anyways, I'm done. See you next episode. Wait, I didn't accept it. I have to accept it so it actually goes through. I think maybe that's why it didn't go through the first time. I don't know. But either way, I'm done. See you all next episode. See you all later. And as always, have a good day, everyone.